You're watching The Edward Fowler Show. Now, here's your host, Edward Fowler.
Good evening and welcome to my show here on this lovely Tuesday evening, and apologies for a few minutes late. I was waiting for my guest. I don't like starting shows without my guest being present, so thank you for hanging around with us, and it's a great privilege to have this guest on the show because I didn't reach out to this group. Somebody who they know, I'm assuming, reached out to me, which I'm quite honoured about, and don't know how that particular person found the show or my email, but they did, and they got in contact with me about having this group on and other groups as well, and it's a great privilege to have on the lead vocalist from, I hope I pronounced this correctly. You can, of course, correct me because I'm terrible with names, so I do apologise. Sonic Whip, W. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm very good. Yeah, lots of great stuff in the loop. So, and I'm very honored to be on your show.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much because, I've been looking forward to having you on for a few weeks now. I know we were exchanging emails for a while. I don't know you personally, but with somebody from the group because I know it's your brothers who, of course, manage the whole situation. So somebody I was reaching out to every time. So I'm glad we got this in the books now to have on, and how has 2024 been for you guys so far? Because I know we're halfway through the year now. We're almost in the autumn side of things now. I'm assuming business is booming for you guys, as it seems.
Yeah, it's been very great. The start of 2024, we did our first UK tour because we are a band from the Netherlands, and we had the beginning of the year in January we played 5 shows throughout London.
Yeah,
and it was a big dream of ours to play in the UK, and it was actually a big success.
Good.
So that we are now coming back. The 26th of August we're playing our first show again for our new summer tour.
Nice.
Until the September 4th we're playing throughout England. We're just going with a van with the band, and we're starting at the Welcome Festival, and then we play throughout the London Reading area and southwest. So we're playing Bournemouth, Bristol, Exeter, Oxford, London, Reading. I'm forgetting some, but we do 10 dates in 10 days.
Wow.
So that's awesome, and we got it all out of the first tour in January. So 2024 started very, very good for us, and we did some cool shows, and we released some new music. And this fall, so September 20th, we're gonna release our new EP.
Yes, I believe so. And of course, I think it was, I got the image here we're going to show right now. Yeah, so on June 20th, you did release, of course, a bit of a teaser, a bit of a preview of what to expect from the EP when you announced the Blue Skies, which came out last month. And, what a great track. Of course, if you don't mind me, I have plugged it, a little teaser, on my social media on the Instagram page. So if you do follow me on Instagram, you should check it out. It's very good, and it's very lit as we're down with the kids on the block, with all that cool stuff. And I do love it. It's a great song, great track. And was it quite quick for the turnaround of that, or did it take you guys a while to come up with the lyrics and all the right, I guess, tones for the music as well to go alongside the lyrics?
Well, thanks for liking it first of all, but no, actually, and when we write with the band, usually we're with the 3 of us just in the rehearsal room, and we just start playing, and then it becomes very naturally a song. So, or I start a riff, or Florian, the drummer, my brother, he starts a groove, and we just play, and it's very natural. And that's how we usually write songs. Blue Skies in particular was written by Florian. So the drummer, my brother, he's both, but he also plays guitar, and he wrote a song on acoustic guitar, and he brought it to the rehearsal room. Guys, here, I wrote a song, and so yeah, I think he wrote it in quite a little time.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. And of course, you guys have been around, for a few years now. And do you still feel like you guys are still kind of getting used to it, or are you quite, I guess, gotten so used to performing all the time now that you've been performing for 20 years or more, even though you haven't? But does it feel like that?
Well, actually, I've been performing since I am able to remember, because I'm now 20 years old, and when I started with my first band, my own blues band,
Yeah.
the Meryn Bevelander band, I was 10 years old. I was playing with my two brothers, so it was a whole family affair.
That's good.
And and back in the day, it's like from my 10th on, I've been playing live very regularly, and now even like every week more shows. So that's very cool, and I've been knowing since that I was attending one of my first concerts. I was watching somebody playing the guitar.
Yeah.
And I think I was maybe 4 or 5 years old, and I remember that feeling very lively. That I was thinking, this is what I want to do. I want to be that guy on the stage. And yeah, from my 10th birthday, I've been playing with my own band, and with my brothers also, and Florian is still in it. So that's very, very cool, and it feels like I've been born to do that. So
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think you guys have, and it's unique as well, because I can't really name many bands who have their family involved within a band. Of course, we've had many bands throughout the years, of course, but I don't think we've had many who are very much, I guess, still together, because there's always riffs, there's always arguments about lyrics and about songs or whatever, but it's great to say you guys are very much strong, and I'm hoping for years and years and years to come that you guys will be this great partnership and a great band, and hopefully we'll never break up or anything like that, like other bands have who got family connections in them. What do you think makes you guys stand out from other great bands in your genre?
Well, I think that's maybe a question. You should visit the show when we come to the UK.
Okay. I like that.
I think we are a alternative rock trio, and if you see us live, we just have we give energy, as much energy as we have, maybe even more, and I think that always resonates with the audience. And yeah, I think it has like the roughness of the more grungy 90s, like Soundgarden and Nirvana or Alice in Chains kind of music, but then still with the more how do you say that, more togetherness of the Foo Fighters, maybe.
Yes.
Like it has a rough edge, but it's still alternative rock for everyone, I think.
Yeah, and you've your influences, you say Foo Fighters, of course, Queen of the Stone as well, and some of the great artists who are your inspirations, which is cool to see. And I guess as well, with those inspirations, I guess you bring a little bit of all those little bits from those great bands, and you bring it in yourselves, I'm guessing, as well, when you're performing live and making new music and all that.
Yeah, it's actually it's the kind of music I just want to make.
Yeah.
So it's just like I really like this music, or I like it doesn't go it does I don't do it like on purpose, but it's just like I like those bands and I like this music and this parts of the music, and it's just like I want to make. When we first started the band, we want to make a rock band, and like the music we like to listen to, and we like to make that music, and so it's still our own our own music, but you can maybe hear the influences. I don't know. It's just it comes very naturally for us.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Got to mention now, of course, we mentioned it a moment ago about the new track which came out on June 20th. when that was released, to give, I guess, maybe a bit of a teaser to what to expect from your EP later this year, it comes out in September, as you mentioned. What was the reaction like from your fan base, and even capturing new fans who maybe never heard of you guys until that track came out on June 20th?
Yeah, it was very very nice reactions we had, because I think Blue Skies is a track. It's a bit more off the music we released before Blue Skies. So Blue Skies is more, there's strings in it, and it's more like a mellow song for our band, for Sonic Whip. So I think the fans, they hear a new side of us in the song, and we just hoped they would like it, and they really did. So we're very thankful for all the reactions.
Good to hear. And on top of that as well, because of the fact that you have a message, everybody has a message out there that they want to try and give to their audience when they're listening to it. Do you think the message in this particular song has connected with your fan base? Have you felt that? Have you seen that in the comments and in the feedback you received?
Well, I think so. The song is about it's called Blue Skies, and of course you visualize the blue skies. But it's I think about the feeling of the euphoric feeling of many things. You could be like of love, that you're just on a cloud and everything is good and no one can get you down. But it can also be a feeling of like personal success, or when you're walking on a beautiful sunny day and the sun is shining, you think like no one can beat me. This is that's where Blue Skies is about the feeling of feeling euphoric and not beatable. And I think it's resonated well. And also there's a radio DJ in the Netherlands, Rob Stenders, and he played it on his radio show. It's a big deal in the Netherlands.
That's cool.
It was really cool. So yeah, we're very happy with that.
So you can probably take that box off as well by saying you've heard your track on the radio on a big station, as well being able to have it played on Instagram as well for people to use in their own stories and on posts as well. But that's quite cool. Don't have a clue how you do that, by the way, but it's a cool thing to do. If it's quite hard to do, I don't know. Again, I'm not a musician, but was it quite easy to add it onto Instagram, or was there a few steps you guys had to go through? If you know the process, might be somebody else for all you know.
Oh, you mean how to get your song on Instagram?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys did it personally or if Instagram just did it automatically. You know, I don't know what the process is for that, but it's very cool though how you're able to get that.
Yeah, like when you release music, you have to have a distributor for your music, also online. And if you have a label, like the labels do it for you, they have their own companies who have distributors who distribute the music, so it comes on every platform. But we do it independently.
Yeah.
So we are an independent band, and then there are a couple of online publishers you can use for that. So we are just with publishers called DistroKid, and through DistroKid, the online publisher, you can put it on Spotify and on all the platforms like Instagram, even TikTok, and YouTube, like every platform. So that's handled by the distributor.
That's good. I got to mention as well, I do a bit of a story to tell you, by the way, because when I first got in contact with you guys and have you on the show, I did go on Instagram. I did type you guys in, and I thought at the time that I followed the correct band, but it turns out yesterday, this whole time, I've been following the wrong band. So I do apologise. So I just recently followed you on Instagram yesterday. I know. I didn't know there's more than one of you guys, of the Sonic Whips, but apparently there's somebody else as well. They got the same name as you guys. So to my knowledge, I never knew that. So I do apologise. I don't know what this other band is about, but I now follow the legit ones. So I do apologise.
Well, it's actually the thing you followed it's not a band, but it's a festival.
A
And
festival. My
the, f-
apologies.
the funny thing, it's a nice story because the name Sonic Whip, it actually comes from actually a tribute to another band from around where we live. It's Automatic Sam. And back when we were little kids, my brother and I, we were big fans of the band Automatic Sam, and they had an album, and it was called Sonic Whip. And that album, yeah, we listened to a lot. But then eventually the band they stopped playing, and so they stopped making music and
Yeah.
they stopped as a band. So then when my brother and I were like, okay, we want to make a rock band. How do we want to name it? Then we thought, well, Sonic Whip is a great name, we thought,
It is.
and it's also an honor to the album we've been listening to.
That's cool.
And then we contacted Peter, the frontman of the band, and he said he emailed us back with like that he was very honored that we wanted to make to use the name. But he said there's also a festival also has contacted him with the same question, and it's actually the festival is from the town where we are from also.
Right.
So it's both from Nijmegen in the Netherlands, and so also a rock festival, Sonic Whip, but that's why the names are the same, and that's the
Yeah.
story behind the name of Sonic Whip.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, it's a cool story. Thank you for sharing it. I was going to ask you about the name of that, so you've done a good job there for answering that for us on this show. For anyone who may not know that, because of course you're into a brand new audience, because there's a lot of people over here in the UK who hopefully will come to your shows when you come back over in August. Because let's talk about how you guys came over here early this year for your first time ever. I'm hoping that we succeeded your expectations of what to expect when you come to the UK for the first time, or was there a few things you thought we did and we outproved you, or do you think that there are things that we can still work on while you're coming back over for a second time, to hopefully we can achieve that time the second time around?
Yeah, well, how we got to England is actually we got into it. There's a radio station, independent radio station, local in London, Radio Wigwam, and they played our music a lot. And in January 2023, they had an award show, and we were nominated for Best Song of the Year. And then we thought, what the hell, we're nominated for an English award
Yeah.
award of
Why not?
an
Why
English
not?
radio station. And then we thought as a band, like, oh, we just have to go there.
Mm.
And then the three of us, we did a little band trip to London, and then we attended the award show, and we talked with a lot of people. And then some people said to us, you have to come and play next year at the award show. And that was actually the first steps of, okay, they want us to play in London, we should make this a run of more shows. So then we eventually had 5 shows through London, and it was awesome, especially the first 2, because they were like Radio Wigwam nights.
Yeah.
So it was at the Bedford in London, and it was really crowded, and yeah, it was amazing shows. And then we did 3 other shows in other venues: the Temple of Art and Music, and the Camden Club, and the Fiddler's Elbow in London. Also, every venue in London you go to is legendary. Like, what the fuck? The Rolling Stones play there. Holy shit! So that was really great. And then there was the Woking Festival was interested in booking us for the festival, and then we thought, okay, let's make this a whole tour.
Yeah, why
Um,
not? Why not? Make the most out of coming to the UK. My question now is then, was it raining when you came over here? Because people always say that every time they come to the UK, it's always raining, especially when they come to Manchester. It's always raining in Manchester. But I can tell you one thing, it's not always raining in Manchester. You just choose to come on a rainy day. We do have lovely weather here in Manchester, just like today and yesterday, for instance. But
Yeah, I'm used to the Dutch weather, so
Yes.
it's pretty much the same, I think. and maybe it's a little bit less rain, but now, like the last week was only rain. So, was it raining? I don't think so. Maybe it rained for one day, but it was pretty nice weather. So it was. It wasn't right. It isn't right what the people say. It's always a sunny day.
Yeah, and you know, as well, if you can't have a sunny day, then you can imagine a blue sky when you're listening to that great track. And tell us about what we can expect then from the new EP then, which comes out in September. She said, any teasers you can give to my audience this evening to get them to check you guys out on social media, which we'll plug in a moment as well.
Ooh, yeah. Well, I don't know if everyone has listened to Blue Skies or Coming In or Spinning Around, the other two singles that are already out. But I think this showcases also the different side of Sonic Whip, of our music, like the more mellow sound. But yeah, I just I'm very grateful that we are releasing the EP, and we're going to do it with a release show in an own release show in Luxor Live in Arnhem, with an own show. And yeah, I think you just have to listen and then then think, do I like this or not? And
Fair enough. And if you don't mind, of course, you can find my guest on Instagram. You can find my that on Instagram right there. His name is on your screen. It's his official username. If you type that in, it will go to his profile where you can follow him directly. He does a lot of great reels on Instagram and a lot of keeps very active on Instagram. He's got over 1,200 followers, I think, something like that. So it's mind blowing. The amount of people you're able to reach, and of course your official band as well, Sonic Whip. I think it's just that, isn't it? There's no underscores or anything like that on Instagram. It's just Sonic Whip, and I believe it's also on Facebook as well, Sonic Whip as well. Also on TikTok, YouTube, and wherever you get your music from as well. I'm hoping that's all correct. You can put in and say, nope, that's not right. It's actually this.
Oh, it's Sonic Whip.
Yeah, there we go. So we get that nice and simple. You make it nice and simple. Because people, like me, I like to challenge my audience to find me on other platforms. And my word for this year is challenging other people. I'm not come up with that idea, by the way. I'm not taking no credit for that. Somebody else has brought that word up to me, and I thought, what's a good word to use. So, talk to us then. Of course, you've got this, of course, new EP. You've got this, kind of a tour going on in August / September here in the UK. After all that's over and done with, then what's going to be the next goals for you guys?
Yeah, well, there's actually a lot we're gonna do, because, as you said, in August and beginning of September we're touring in the UK, and then we have the EP release.
Yeah.
And then in the Netherlands you have Popronde, and it's like the biggest free traveling festival through the Netherlands. So there's a couple of acts that get selected, and every week, from September until December, every week there's every weekend and every week there are cities, and you're gonna play in every city.
Wow.
So we have the whole fall and winter is booked.
Yeah.
And we're gonna play throughout the whole country, and that's awesome. Also to promote our new music, and during we're doing that, we're also writing new stuff, because we are planning on recording a new album. Ooh. which I can tell nothing about yet.
Of course not, but you gave me enough. You gave me a good teaser. I like the teaser.
So we're always working on new music.
Yes, that's the great thing. It's amazing how you find all this time to perform live on the road almost every week, and then also try and find time to write new material as well and get it all recorded and get it all released. A lot of work goes into it, and you guys should be very proud of yourselves, because again, you're independent, and anybody who listens or buys your tracks or EPs, whatever, they're supporting you directly, aren't they, as well? And even come out to see you live in concert.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
I missed the last part, but
Yeah, no. I was just saying about how, as you're mentioning about that, because you're independent, you're independent band, and every time, a fan buys or comes to a show of yours, they're supporting you directly as well.
yeah, yeah, that's awesome.
It is.
Like,
It is. I got to mention as well, because of the fact people be wondering about how on earth can you play and sing at the same time. So, is it quite easy, or do you sometimes find it hard when you are performing, when the crowd are so hot and passionate about the music you're playing, or is it always just so simple just to do both at the same time?
yeah, well, I've always done it, so to me, it's also very natural
Yeah.
because I've been doing that since I was 10 years old. So before I could have a normal conversation,
Mm.
I was playing and singing at the same time. So, um, yeah, I don't know.
Fair enough. Good answer. People will like that. And I got to mention as well before we leave this tonight. I got to. I'm being curious now. When I reached out and you reached out to myself about being on the show tonight, did you? I'm guessing you must have done some kind of research on me, because I don't know who the gentleman was who introduced me to you guys and vice versa. So I don't know if you guys looked me up before you agreed to come on the show tonight. I'm hoping if you did, or if you didn't, then hopefully either way I've exceeded your expectations for this evening.
Yeah, you did that either way, but no, there was we emailed with a guy and he said with a promoter and he said like that you wanted to have us on the show.
Yes,
And
because
then
he reached
and
out to
then
me. Yeah.
oh, cool, that's very cool. Yeah, but then I searched your name and I saw a couple of videos with interviews and I thought this is very cool and it's always so nice that there are people in the business that are supporting music and also young artists and yeah, it's very beautiful to have people that or like our music or want to support us or both, of course.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
we're very thankful that you gave us the opportunity to come to your show.
Well, you're very welcome, and thank you so much for, I guess, bringing your talents to my show as well to do that, because it's, as I say, it's good to have musicians up and coming on this show as well, existing and established ones as well. So it's all good, and on this show, I feel like I cover pretty much any coverage, any topic. There's nothing untouched which I don't know nothing about. So it's been quite good to develop all of that. It's quite good to see that, and I'm hoping that when you come back to the UK this summer, before the summer's ending, when you have those great tours in the south of England, I hope when you come back for the third time, I hope you come up north, come visit us in the good old Manchester and Edinburgh and all those places.
That's certainly on our bucket list.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should come up north, come and visit, and hopefully it'll be warm and sunny when you do decide to go up north.
Well, you have to be able to do it on the cold and rainy night in Stoke,
Yes,
right?
yeah, that's true. That is true. And is there anything else you would like to mention here tonight before we wrap things up? Because I think you think it may be important to get off your chest, because I think I've forgotten to mention for you guys.
Sorry, what did you say?
I was just saying that is there anything else you would like to get off your chest, which you think I've not mentioned, but you think it's very important to mention before we wrap things up?
Well, maybe I could tell the tour list, and
Yes.
if everyone's interested, because
Feel
I'm just
free.
very proud of to announce an English tour.
Yeah,
also.
no, absolutely. Yeah, feel free to. Yes, I'm all for that.
Because then also the people who are listening or watching can hopefully attend our shows.
Yes.
And it will mean the world to us. But so the 26th of August we are playing the Woken Festival, and we are headlining the second stage. So that's awesome. It's a very nice festival. So we're playing 10 shows in 10 days. Okay. So here we go. The 26th Woken Festival. 27th of August we're going to play the Hope and Anchor in London. The 28th of August, we're playing at the Bullingdon in Oxford. 29th of August, we're playing the Chaplin's Cellar Bar in Bournemouth, way down south. And the 30th of August, we're playing the Temple of Art and Music in London. The 31st of August, we're playing the Cavern in Exeter. The 1st of September, the Z Alley in Bristol. 2nd of September, the Purple Turtle in Reading. The 3rd of September, we have a Generation Studio live session. And the 4th of September, we're playing the Palladium Club in Byford. I hope my pronunciation is good.
It is.
If you want to attend the shows, or if you're interested, or just give our music a listen if you like it, it would mean the world if you come to our shows, because these are the beginning, the steps of touring in the UK for us, and we just really want to tour your beautiful country much more.
Thank you. Well, we can't wait for you guys to come back over. I'm hoping that we will hopefully give you an even better experience than the first time you came over, and have a lit crowd on every single night for 10 days. I love that. 10 nights. 10 nights in a row. I love it. It's going to be great. And I can't wait for what happens. I'll be checking your social medias to see how it all goes and how it all plans out. And I'm going to try my best to keep my fingers crossed for you to have dry weather as well when you're performing, because I would hate it where you start singing and it starts raining on you. Would that be awful? So fingers crossed it's all lovely weather and blue skies as well. That'd be great. Imagine it was raining though, and then as soon as you sing that song and it magically appears the blue skies, that'd be perfect as well, wouldn't it? So but either way, I hope that all happens for you, and I hope the UK fans will show their appreciation to you guys and welcome you in, and hopefully they will all enjoy the fabulous music you will perform, and we can't wait to see what is next for you guys. And after, of course, the EP comes out in September. Give us the name of that EP, by the way.
The name is Spinning Around.
Spinning Around.
Actually, the first single that already came out of the EP, and that's the name of the EP also.
Makes sense. And so that comes out. The full EP comes out in September. You can stick around to that social media, Sonic Whip, on all platforms to keep up to date of when you can get your, to find out when it comes out, and then you can pre-order it or whatever and listen to it on launch day and give you feedback to the band as well. They'll be looking forward to hearing what the people think, and so far so good as well, which is good to see. So keep up the great work, and I hope that you will come back on the show again at some point, maybe even when you've announced the next album, as you mentioned before. He teased here on the show earlier.
The world premiere.
Yes. Love it. Yeah. But no, it's been a pleasure having you on the show this evening, and thank you so much for making the time. I don't know the actual time it is for you in the moment, but hopefully it's not too late.
No, for me it's 8:40. For you,
that's not bad.
It's 1 hour earlier.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So we're 7:40, you're 8:40. So not too bad. I was thinking it's like 9:40 or something. So I was like, I better not keep you too long. So, but I will say this to you though. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and there will be a clip being posted of our little chat, our little conversation here as well. And then, of course, this video will stay up as long as possible, hopefully for years to come, so people can come back and see your first appearance on this very show. But until the next episode, and please do, if you enjoyed the episode, to like the video, share the video around, tell every single person about Sonic Whip and why you should support them. And as well, if you want to leave a future question for my guests and the incredible band of Sonic Whip, then leave it in the comment section below, and I will make sure to ask that question in the next time I have him on the show. And if you're new around here and like the content and want to see more, then all you have to do is smash that subscribe button. Over 252 of you have already done so thank you so much. And until the next episode, whenever that will be, enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you very much for having me.